Welcome back, folks, to Dameceles' Let's Play of Triangle Strategy.
Deep in the grand Norzelian mines lay a most unexpected discovery. Crystals of pure salt.
Found the Square Enix crystals of this JRPG. Salt crystals.
Now in possession of knowledge that could alter the course of history in Norzelia, the members of House Wolford gather at Whiteholm Castle to discuss their neort move.
Okay, they at least said that they would be posting guards there. These guards taken from Wolford? I don't know. Apparently we've got extra people we can spread around now. How convenient. Zoom back to the capital. Chapter, oh my, 17 part 1, grief. Was that protect me? Oh, I'm not sure. Wow, I missed that one. Took me too long to read.
Be, the salt crystals are now ours. How shall we proceed?
Yeah, salt crystals, which means we don't need Hyzant, which could put our alliance in jeopardy, but certainly makes us less completely reliant on them. Although for rebuilding, we could certainly use their resources. Be better to stay friendly, but yeah, we'll find out.
Carefully, for it has the potential to alter the balance of power across Norzelia.
Monopolies hate it when you come with a big stick to break them up.
This is an opportunity to reshape the realm to our benefit. We must be strategic.
Okay, Benedict, please give us a good idea and not a "this will benefit us in the immediate future right now." Huge fallout later, but who cares?
It's a target on our backs is what it is. There'll be no peace for us so long as we hold him.
It was interesting how Gustadolf handled the salt mines. Arguably, he did a very good job keeping it secret. Because, like, I think only the Aesfrosty guards / miners really knew that they were taking salt out of there. Like, the general populace didn't know. Svarg didn't know. He was keeping it on the extreme down low. I bet Thalis and Erica had no idea. They thought they were just stomping around in Glenbrook. Because...
Hyzant will set upon us with a fury we've never known if they hear of this.
I don't want... No. Enough defense maps.
She's right. They will stop at nothing to defend their faith.
Assault god. I need to look in the lore and see if they have, like, some precepts in there somewhere. There has to be more than simply salt only comes from the goddess in this one spot. Must be something else to it.
Nor will Aesfrost go quietly into the night.
We know Gustadolf's ramping up for another attack.
Then let us prepare for when word does spread, rather than fret over how long we can keep the secret. Whether we protect the salt as ours, or find another way to use it, we must act soon.
It's too bad, though, that the original, everyone split the mine. Arguably, it could shake up, that entire salt trade, make it more even. Although, bloodthirsty competition... yeah, sometimes it doesn't work very well.
What say you, Your Majesty?
Oh, poor Roland. We can't just call him Roland. Now we have to do all the titles.
We find ourselves at a crossroads. Not just as a kingdom, but an entire realm. Our decision will touch every life in Norzelia. I too wish to act quickly. But I beg you all for a moment alone with my thoughts.
Please don't go with your earlier thought of, if I just make things easy, people will stop complaining. Oh, man.
Your caution is admirable, but ill-advised. Hesitation could cost us everything.
Oh my gosh, Benedict, chill out. We had to stomp all the way here. We've already wasted time, quote unquote.
That much is obvious. Yet I cannot race headlong into the unknown when so much depends upon us.
Benedict, I find myself unmoored as well. I wish to hear from all present before we decide upon a course of action.
Oh, it sounds like a vote chapter is about to happen.
As you wish. Pray let it be swift.
Serenoa, answer me this. Can I count on you to walk the path with me? Whatever it may be.
Broing it up? Bro.
I was named Lord of House Wolfort long before I was inducted into the Saintly Seven.
That is still the most awkward position of power we've been given. We've done squat in that position of power other than be like, yeah, military alliance, great. Like, how come we haven't reformed the stupid salt trade and the way that,
And I've been your friend even longer still.
Bro.
Say no more. Take the others to Castle Wolfort and await my word. Likewise, inform me of any movements from Hyzant.
Oh, that's what he meant on Time to Think? We're gonna break up and then come together later? I thought we were just gonna, like, run around town and talk to people and do the vote thing.
As you wish. Until we meet again.
Oh man, we haven't been back to Wolfort in so long. Simone's dead. Oh boy. Oh no. Ooh, multiple reds again. Now, this is an interesting contrast from wrong nerd. From the beginning of the game, where they'd have a whole bunch of greens. But it looks like now they're like, no, you don't skip this. Look at it. You must look at it. Which makes sense in its own way. At the same time, I almost wonder if just chaining together cutscenes like we've seen isn't the better way to do it. I don't know. But before we see plot, you see what I see? Character stories. Ooh, yeah, Anna. Okay, let's start with Jens. While paying a visit to a nearby village with Serenoa, Jens finally realizes what he can do as a blacksmith. A lot. Blacksmithing is a very valuable skill. He could basically go to any village or big city and be like, I'm a blacksmith. And they're like, great, we'll give you stuff.
This place
Work
was host to a battle not long ago, wasn't it?
Where are we standing? I don't know.
We have come here to help. Let us offer what relief we can.
I never imagined the war would spiral this out of hand.
Okay, I think for once we're at a spot in the plot where wandering around the mountains, it makes sense. I understand it could be happening right now.
Before the fighting started, all I cared about was becoming the realm's greatest blacksmith.
The greatest there ever was.
I dreamed of forging the perfect weapon, a testament to strength.
But what kind of weapon? Usually you need to specialize. I mean, we've got black powder in this world. You could make guns. Although the first rudimentary guns were crap when it came to accuracy.
But what is strength, truly?
Oh, he is contemplating the deep questions of Ace Frosty philosophy, I guess.
Of late, I have pondered much on that question.
Gustadolf never got his wine poisoned. I was waiting for that.
And have you arrived at an answer?
Well...
There they are.
Oh no, children! Check them for knives.
Thanks for the sweets you gave us. Hey, let's play a game.
But do you have a knife?
Very well. What shall we play?
Don't trust them. We've seen what children... Okay, I'll stop.
Apologies, Jens. You may return. You needn't wait for me.
Oh, he's just gonna play with them. Okay, Serenoa. Taking a breather.
Come on, over here.
There he goes. To be stabbed? Question mark?
I believe I may have found my answer, Lord Serenoa.
Ouch.
Courage. Kindness. Warmth that kindles a smile upon a child's face. The fortitude to keep fighting, no matter what trials you may face.
Now, fortitude in time of war. It's not stamina or constitution. Basically, the will to go on, even when things are extremely hard. It's tough.
Through it all, your heart remains unbent and unbroken.
Look, that's a little bit because of, player character privilege.
That is what will end this war. You, my lord, and the unmatched weapons you carry within you.
Oh, the kindness. Okay, I see. He's realized it's not the weapon you create, in the physical world. It's the weapon you carry in your heart.
Hey, you should play with us too.
Is it safe? Did they finish off Serenoa off screen?
If you insist, here I come.
Oh my gosh, I can't look at any kids in this game the same. That's all knife jokes from here. Oh my gosh. Okay, other character story. Anna recalls her first mission while speaking with Eridor. Well, those two, I don't think we've seen them interact.
Looking worse for wear, Anna. Long scouting missions sure ain't easy.
Easy or not, I do what duty demands. Do you need something?
Ooh, the contrast of casual and serious?
No, just reckon Benedict must be relieved you're back safe and sound.
Must he?
Ooh, are we gonna clarify how they're related? Like, canonically?
Of course. After all,
Hmm?
he treats you like his own daughter. Don't know any parent what wouldn't worry over their child.
Okay, but he used treats, so I don't think she is Benedict's biological daughter. Just because the phrasing here doesn't seem to imply that.
And he's got extra cause to fret, with all the dangerous work he gives you.
And since he phrased it like this, I don't know. Personally, I've always thought they were in a guardian ward situation where Benedict basically adopted her, but, you know, they're not biologically related. I've seen some fans who thought she might be his sister, but the way Eridor's talking here kind of seems to imply otherwise. Even though at the moment they've got the same hair color.
It never crossed my mind.
Oh, Anna. What do you think of Benedict?
Benedict trusts me. That's all I've ever needed.
That's so.
Do all parents by blood show concern for their children?
Okay, and the way she's talking.
Wondering about yours, are you?
That's none of your concern.
I still remember how you insisted on being a scout, soon as you were old enough.
And how old was that? I've seen we have Piccoletta on the roster.
You wouldn't say why, but any fool could guess it was to find out more regarding your parents. This work's well suited to that sort of thing.
Yet Benedict refused me.
Oh-ho.
And he was wise to do so. It ain't a job for an amateur.
Well, you certainly have to go through training. Can't just bumble in, because that everybody will get killed. That.
Guess he hadn't anticipated you'd trained under Archibald.
Wait, I'm sorry, what? When she was a kid? What?
I earned his respect when he saw what I could do. The means don't matter, only the results.
Wait, was Archibald living in Wolfort before this all started? When Anna was a kid? Huh? A few years ago.
I have grave news, sir.
That is
the
not
enemy
a
has
child
captured one of our scouts. I know our soldiers aren't broken easily, but given enough time in the enemy's hands...
Wait, who is this enemy? We know we have a problem with red-haired bandits, but there was supposed to be peace before this? Who?
And here we are, severely short-handed. I shall call a war council, so our approach may be reconsidered.
Wait, is this supposed to be earlier? No way, no way. Anna was already a spy by the time the game started. Jump. Oh, she was eavesdropping. Dropping the eaves. Trim of the verge.
The scout has been rescued and returned safely home.
Wop.
Already? That was far sooner than I anticipated.
Wait, Benedict, did you know Anna was listening and overheard and went to go do it? What?
I hope my actions were not out of line.
No, no. Well done, Anna. I don't know where I'd be without you.
It's a good question.
Nor are you.
Heartwarming?
Can't thank you enough for leaping to my scout's rescue, while Benedict was still pondering what to do.
Okay, I'm still wondering where this pre-game where the conflicts, who were they against?
I'd pay good coin just to see that look on his face again. So, think you'll find your parents? Not trying to dissuade you from looking, mind.
Well, right at this moment, while we're still hip deep in war, might not be the best time.
Dissuade? Is there something you've not told me?
What would I know that you don't? Just take care you don't end up regretting it.
That was mysterious, Eridor. He must know something.
I'm this close. I can feel it.
Anna, don't leave us. I need you and your double action to save my bacon. Alright, well, that was the character stories. Went pretty quick. There was world building, kind of. Mostly touching on Anna's past, although I'm very, like, I don't know. I'm still kind of confused on some of these. I really need to take time to just read that lore, although I'm tempted just to wait until I'm done with one of the playthroughs. You know, I hit the end game screen or epilogue or whatever it's going to be. Just cause, you know, I'm trying to do this blind. So. Okay. Yeah, let's just take it from the top and then we'll end on the Hyzant. Ugh. Changing the times spares no one, not even the Norzelia Consortium. I mean, honestly, I'd guess Ace Frost hates the Consortium. That one dude who's assigned to it, I mean, his art looks like Patriots. He seemed to be evil. Just an evil NPC. Oh, there we go.
Have you heard the popular rumor, Lord Claris?
Oh, sorry folks, one sec.
That Hyzant intends to raise an army against Glenbrook? Yes, I am familiar.
Wait, that's the rumor? Did someone else start it? I mean, that stinking old man.
So it's reached the Consortium then. Is it true?
King Roland has only just reclaimed the Crown City with Hyzant's help, not to mention restored relations with them. Ordinarily, such a thing would be unthinkable. But the rumors are so persistent that I think something may be afoot.
Oh, wait! Milo knows we have salt crystals. Ah, crap. Damn it, Hyzant. You're so backstabby. Can't you just chill? Ugh.
For example?
I wouldn't be so restless if I had an example to give.
Esfrost gathers its troops at Twinsgate. Might they have heard the rumors as well?
No, Esfrost is doing that for their own reasons. Honestly, Gustadolf is really weird in his treatment of Glenbrook. He wanted it, seems mostly for the salt, but he was maneuvering to keep it long term. But now that we kicked him out, he's kind of like, gonna go smash Hyzant. And then he'll try and take us over again? I don't know.
Perhaps. A battle for the very soul of Norzelia may loom on the horizon.
Battle!
But therein lies the opportunity for merchants like us. You can't wage war without a surfeit of supplies.
Oh no! More war profiteers! Ah.
You're quite right about that.
And each shift in Norzelia's power balance opens new business opportunities.
Will the Consortium continue trading with Hyzant?
My gosh, honestly, the Consortium sounds like something that needs to be dismantled. Definitely a good idea, but from everything we've seen, I don't think they're actually doing their job of maintaining trade well.
'Tis difficult to say. I believe House Wolfort's actions from here on will be key to the Consortium's decision.
Oh, it's all on us. Again.
House Wolfort, you say?
Indeed. They've been involved in most every conflict between the three nations on this continent. Why stop now? I shall wait and see how Lord Serenoa responds first, lest I make any hasty decisions.
Well, hopefully we don't have to go fight Claris too. Although, frankly, this is a JRPG, so I think it'll probably happen. Yay, power vacuums! Power vacuums everywhere! Woo. Oh boy. Okay, next. At the Twins Gate, Gustadolf gathers his troops at Twins Gate and rallies them by revealing that the Grand Norzelia mines and salt crystals have been taken from Ace. Okay, I was just complimenting him on his ability to keep a secret, but I guess cat's out of the bag now. It's gonna let her run around. Oop. No Hawk Riders.
I am gladdened to see each and every one of you, my ironclad brothers in arms, here at Twins Gate.
You know, they're lucky that they're the ones who seem to deal mostly in, fire magic and stuff. 'Cause with wearing all that metal...
I have asked you here to tell you of a most fortuitous discovery. We have found crystals of salt deep in the Grand Norzelian mines.
Wow, so new. So surprised.
Alas, Glenbrook has taken those very mines from us.
Hey, that's on Glenbrook property. Who?
What's worse, Glenbrook's esteemed House Wolfort is led by one of the saintly seven of Hyzant.
Oh my gosh, you don't understand how much I'm regretting that stupid title. Frick.
They will no doubt be informed of the salt crystals, and their precious religion will be shaken to its core.
Salt.
I trust you can all imagine how Hyzant will respond to such an affront. They will not go quietly, but will instead seek the crystals for themselves, that their reign of terror may continue unimpeded.
They are a little too used to that monopoly.
Therefore, we must subdue Glenbrook and seize the mines for Esfrost if we are to counter this grave threat. But we cannot stop there, for that will only draw Hyzant to our gates. They will stop at nothing to conquer all of Norzelia in their name.
Now, this could, on one hand, this could simply be him rabble-rousing and using it as an opportunity to stir his troops to action, blah, 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 blah. However, we unfortunately know that old man in Hyzant does want to take over all of it. Although he's planning on doing it the culture way.
The duchy has never been in a more precarious position.
And who put it there, huh, mister?
But we will not yield. We subscribe to no faith, and we bend the knee for no king.
You're the Archduke. You and your siblings totally wielded that familial... Really seems like a, you know, basically like a kingship. I don't know. Definitely doesn't feel like a, well, I didn't vote for him.
We shall greet our enemies at Twinsgate with cold, hard steel.
Wait, so is he saying Hyzant will come to them? I thought he was going to go march and kick down Hyzant's door. Or walls.
Our newest weapon, the Death Knell, is nearly complete. With it, we shall strike back at Hyzant.
Okay,
The false goddess shall crumble beneath the sheer force of our iron will, and Hyzant reduced to rubble along with her.
He must really hate Hyzant. Because in Glenbrook, he killed the royal family, kind of maliciously. But other than the High House Lords, didn't much. Whereas here, it sounds like he wants to raise Hyzant to the ground.
Raise your swords, my black iron heroes.
Nothing like, possibly being called a blackguard.
Your names shall be cast in iron when the histories of this day are written. You shall be known as the defenders of Esfrost.
Yeah, iron. Totally won't be, you know, forgotten for steel. Oh no.
Oh yes. The death's knell will reduce many a falsehood to rubble, dear Gustadolf.
Uh-oh. Is he gonna, sabotage this giant cannon that I assume that's what they're making? Man, though, the history of cannons is pretty fascinating. Mostly because, you know, everybody wanted the big city reducing, reduce city to rubble cannons, but actually making them, basically couldn't do it until you got stronger alloys. Because it just crack apart with the force of the blast. And then it would explode on your own forces because it's sitting in the middle. Okay, here we go. Word of the salt crystals within the Grand Norzelia mines reaches the Hierophant's palace. Okay, it's that old man. Gosh dang it. Can't you just leave us alone for a little bit? So we can just take a breath? Yeah, this is... We're ramping up to phase whatever this is.
Ah, Milo has sent a dispatch from Glenbrook.
1, 2, 3, 4. Only 5? Wait, who's missing? You know, other than us. Who is missing? I see our somewhat buds. And then that guy in the hood who was not our friend. Wow, I can't think of anyone else.
Deep within the Grand Norzelian mines lies... It would seem salt crystals were found within.
Okay. So, I constantly rant about salt crystals because we live in a world where we mine salt very regularly. From the earth or from the salt plains or whatever. I feel like in this world... No, I guess salt would still be crystallized, just taken from the lake. Rock salt. Okay, they never call it rock salt. Okay, that's okay then. I was about to say, I think they'd need to explain to people what they mean with salt crystals. But no, people would know salt come in crystal form. They just would be like, what do you mean from the earth? It comes from the lake.
Impossible!
The discovery of salt outside the source explains Gustadolf's recent provocations.
Hey, she's taking it very, what would you say, calmly?
How can you be so calm? The teachings tell us that salt is a blessing, bestowed only upon the goddess's followers. The discovery of these salt crystals is an existential threat to Hyzant.
But what if you just spin it to, spread your faith and say, hey, you've been blessed too! We're all blessed. We're all the goddesses. What are they to the goddess? Because the phrasing used nowadays is a result of our own history and couching within like familial bonds and stuff. But in the ancient world, there were plenty of religions that were like, oh no, you're slaves of the gods. You're nothing to them. We're all just playthings.
Salt crystals are salt too. We need only keep word of this discovery from spreading.
Wait, so he's trying to say the lake salt aren't... never. Oh gosh.
Of course. But how?
Just suppress the truth. Smother it. Oh, is the Hierophant?
The Hierophant has spoken. Minister Exham, you shall raise an army and seize the Grand Norzelian mines in Hyzant's name.
Damn it, Exham, no! No! Oh. You've already marched against us once. Oh, you're gonna do it again? I thought we were gonna be pals.
The Hierophant asks us to invade Glenbrook?
Sure, because it's whatever this old man wants. Have we looked into that tent? Is there even anyone in there? Is it an empty tent?
Do you have another way to silence King Roland and his royal hounds in House Wolfort?
Woo!
Minister Serenoa is one of us, and thus is honor bound to heed the Hierophant's word. But we know not if he will do so, or if he will cast his lot with his precious king.
Oh, screw you. Screw you. Ooh.
You shall ask him yourself when you surround Castle Wolfort en route to the mine.
Oh my gosh. Wolfort Siege. Round... Gosh, this could have been round 3 if we hadn't gone with Silvio to his stupid wine feast.
And if he resists?
So would you have 3 separate opportunities to burn houses? Oh man.
You are free to deal with him, as we do with all who forsake the goddess.
Oh my gosh, screw you! Screw you! You're the worst! This old man needs to be ousted. Get out of here! Oh, he's the worst. Hyzant can't know peace while he's there. Well, I suppose the city does, but
Hyzant has learned of the salt crystals. Minister Exham of the Saintly Seven wastes no time in mustering his army, which now marches on the Grand Norzelian mines.
Man, I was trying so hard to just be like, hey Hyzant, let's be friends, but boy, they make it so hard. Oh, and he's going to come for us.
Gustadolf amasses his own forces at Twinsgate in anticipation of the war to come.
Oh. Great.
All eyes are on Glenbrook, where Roland and Serenoa's pronouncement could touch off a battle for the soul of Norzelia.
Man, it really sucks being the nation between 2 other nations that hate each other, so they constantly just go stomping through your lands to punch each other.
After much deliberation, Roland makes his way to Castle Wolfort to inform Serenoa of the decision that now weighs heavy on his heart.
Oh, Roland, what is your decision? Please don't be something super... I want to bro it up. I don't want to say, Roland, have you been listening to Benedict? Oh, okay. Roland visits Wolfort, tells Serenoa of his decision. Let's just get right into that. What is it? What's your decision, bud? Please don't be weird.
I appreciate you coming all this way, Roland.
I was the one who asked for your time, so it is only natural I make the journey. I wish to tell you that I finally made up my mind.
Okay, so what is it? Lay it on me.
I would hear your decision if you were willing to share it with me.
I've long pondered over the one thing that Norzelia needs most.
Salt. Peace.
I thought back on the Salt Iron War. 30 years have passed, yet the root of our conflict remains the same.
Yeah. I mean, when you hold a resource that people need to live and you stranglehold it for more money, there's going to be conflict.
Each nation still thinks only of itself, wishing to fill its coffers even at the expense of others. But who bears the brunt of such a war?
The common folk?
The people.
Exactly so. The avarice of the ruler is an existential threat to their loyal subjects.
And yet without that wealth, the people suffer just as much. They languish in poverty.
This much is obvious. But there can be no winner without a loser. Remove one, and you necessarily remove the other. If we achieve equality, we achieve peace.
Okay, so in this game, when we've heard the word equality, usually it comes up in relation to Hyzant. Mostly because they don't have a class system like Glenbrook. And Aesfrost has a different buzzword. So...
And how do you propose we achieve... No. No, surely you don't mean...
Yes. The goddess's teachings.
What are these teachings? What are they? I want to know!
All can live as equals under the goddess. An authority greater than any king.
I still find it really weird that Glenbrook doesn't have any kind of religion whatsoever on its own. Like, we know what a lot of this is inspired by from in real life history in terms of the medieval things that places are modeled after. Medieval Europe would have definitely had the big factor of its own church butting heads with a foreign religion trying to come. I suppose the theoretical vacuum of all these bunch of chivalric knights, which has a history directly linked to the Crusades and interaction with the Islamic Middle East. That sure, they're totally without any kind of religion, and they said, hey, this other culture.
The model nation was in front of us all along, Serenoa. The holy state of Hyzant.
Okay, yeah, he was left alone with his thoughts, and he went over the deep end. Ah, Roland.
I have decided that we must give the salt crystals in the Grand Norzelian mines to Hyzant.
But they're a monopoly.
And in so doing, you'll give them control of all Norzelia.
Exactly. There will be no more squabbling over salt. Norzelia will know eternal peace at last.
Unfortunately, they'll still stranglehold the distribution of salt, even when they have overabundance. We have seen that with resources in our own real world.
Unequal peace, surely. One built on the backs of a people like the Roselle, if not the Roselle themselves.
No, you leave my Roselle alone.
I am not blind to that fact. But so few will suffer for the good of so many.
I can't believe this is coming out of his face. Roland!
Nothing in this world is perfect, Serenoa.
Oh my gosh, Roland. I need to slap you, and then hug you. And we have to have a long, deep discussion of... No.
The sacrifice of the few for the good of the many. It's the only clear answer, and one I would give every time I were asked.
Roland! Gosh dang it.
Submitting to the goddess will rob you of your kingship.
Look, he doesn't want it. He doesn't. He tried to do the right thing, and then a child tried to stab him.
My crown. My pride. They are but small prices to pay for peace.
Mm-hmm.
You are truly prepared to throw it all away.
Oh boy.
Join me, Serenoa. Let us unite Norzelia under the holy state.
Roland, I need to grab you by the collar and shake you back and forth. Serenoa, what are you gonna say?
Roland, this is quite sudden.
Oh my gosh, did I lock myself into this route? What's going on?
I understand. Pray, take all the time you need.
Do I not get a little scales scene? Do we not vote?
I expect Frederica will want nothing to do with this plan, seeing as it forsakes her people.
Yeah, it's pretty crappy.
I am already mourning the rift this may cause between you.
Oh my gosh, Roland.
But I shall not be swayed. This will be my final act as Glenbrook's king.
Oh no! How can I cool his head? No, Roland! I shouldn't have left you alone! No! Okay.
King Roland's anguish plays plainly across his face. It pains me to see him so tortured.
Okay, this is pretty big. I'm gonna stop this here, and we will come back to more crazy ideas. Maybe we'll find out. See you then.